How do you build up the intensity to spar like you did today, or is it just natural?
Just fight, you're in there fighting, my sparring partner is being paid to go hard. They're not being paid to take it easy. If they hurt me to back up, and they're paid to go hard. They're not paid to be punching bags and just let me hit them.
Yeah. How about your relationship with James Broad there? He seems like he enjoys it too, the chance to go at it with you.
It's good something. James Broad's like one of my best friends. But it's just a business. We fight.
Tell me about Tony Tucker, some of your thoughts about him, another guy with an enormous reach advantage over you.
Well, like you say, my whole life been like to boxing since it's a disadvantage, but still I prevailed to become heavyweight champion and the youngest heavyweight champion, and I feel very comfortable about this fight too.
There's this guy in California by the name of Mike White. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, the big 7-foot guy.
I heard of him.
He's talked about wanting to get a chance to get with you in the ring sometime. What are your thoughts about that, or do you have any thoughts about it?
Well, from what I'm concerned, he's not even rated. If he can't beat any contenders, how did he dare to stand a chance to survive with me?
He's like 18-6, I think his record is.
Yes.
But he's big. I mean, that's his one asset, I guess.
Those guys that figured, all those guys out there that figured that I have no right to be champion just because everybody's bigger than me, it's very foolish.
Tell me about the heat here. Has it been a bother to you at all?
I've been coping with it. The first day I boxed, it was tremendously hot and I couldn't take the heat. But after that, nothing. I know it's always like that the first day in a different climax. I have little problems. I just very easy for some reason.
Mike Tyson, you're the type of guy that seems to be a little bit hard to get to know from people from the outside. Tell me a little bit about yourself, what you like to do, other interests besides boxing.
Well, what else I like to do is nobody else's concern but mine.
Okay.
So that's why it's going to always be like that. It's going to be hard to know me.
Do you like to be the type of person that just is to yourself? Is that just natural?
Yes, I love it.
Okay. Does all the media attention then sort of bother you a little bit sometimes?
Well, you know what I mean? It's part of the business. I prefer just fighting without being interviewed or anything.
All right. That'll do it.
But, Tony Tucker is a problem. This guy's 35-0. Right. He's got a lot of experience. He can fight a little bit. He's not the walkover everyone's trying to make him out to be. But it's just that Michael is heads and shoulders above the rest of the division. And that seems to be hurting us ticket-wise and publicity-wise. Everyone's just taking us for granted. That it's just going to be easy, and they figure Tony Tucker is nothing. I think he can fight, and I think it's going to be a very exciting fight.
Has it been harder and harder to keep Mike sheltered from the outside world publicity and that sort of stuff as you go along?
Well, I don't think it hasn't been hard, no, and we don't try. I'm not trying to hide Michael. I'm not trying to hide him. The managers and Steve who works for him, we're not trying to hide Michael. We want all the publicity we can get, but we just like it in an orderly fashion. But we're not hiding him. He's, the more the merrier.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Mike. He's a hard guy to get to know for people on the outside. You probably know him better than anybody else. What's Mike Tyson really like?
What's Mike really like?
We know him as the guy that can bash heads and is very soft-spoken. When he gets at home, what are some of the things that he likes to do, enjoys to do?
Well, he likes to watch a lot of video. He likes some karate pictures.
Does he?
He likes to watch those. He likes videos. He likes movies, but he likes the karate pictures most. He likes girls. He likes to have hang out and just have a good time. And basically, he's a good young man now. I would say kid, but he's not a kid. He's a young man. He's respectful of his elders. He's very respectful of anybody, but especially older people. And he loves children. He loves children and kids, like from 12, 14, 15. But he loves children, like I have a couple of kids. He loves them. Young kids, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. He loves them. So, I mean, that's the way he is. Everyone has to read into that and figure out how he is.
Is the fact that he is a soft-spoken and laid-back type, is that just Mike? Is it just him?
That's just him. There's no designing there. There's no one's molded Michael. Michael is his own person now. He's soft-spoken. That's Mike Tyson. He's not told. He was never told be this way. That he is the way he is.
As the one who will become the undisputed champion, but he will always have the opportunity to vie for the crown again, because it would only be one champion you have to go after. It's very difficult when you're playing catch the greasy pig, because with the 3-card Marty, it's a very difficult thing to know really where the pea is at under the shell. You know what I mean? So now we know where the pea is under the shell when we get through with this fight on Saturday night. So all to get a little say here, this is glory. It's being captured for immortality.
I don't have much to say. Tony Tucker is a very good fighter. It's going to be an exciting fight. It's for the unified title, and my man's going to win. Thank you.
Any questions for Kevin Rooney? Thank you, Kevin. Second to none. Likewise, we do so in New York, so allow me to bring up the New York commissioner. Just come up and say hello because you're captured. This is the true strength behind this great man right here, Bill Caton, co-manager of Mike Tyson.
I have been to perhaps 8 or 10 Don King press conferences dealing with this series of fights. And there's been one omission that just surprised me, Don. In every one of the press conferences, Don has always said that there's nothing more important to him than being able to express his thanks and appreciation to Baron Hilton and John Giovenco of that marvelous oasis in the desert, the Hilton. So since he hasn't said it, it's been my privilege to say it. So thank you. Good seeing you.
We're truly, all of us, it's indelible in our minds and in our hearts. You know what I mean? This is only about the 50th time we mention it, Bill. However, we understand. This is great. We're bringing fun back into the game of the sport of boxing again. Champion of the world, Mike Tyson.
Hi. Well, this is it, you know what I mean? I'm in great shape. What can I say? I'm sorry to disappoint most of the people in here, and the rumors are not true that I'm having problems with my camp and everything. As I said before, I'm in the best shape of my life, and I look forward to bringing that extra title back home to New York. And if there's any questions, I'll be gladly to answer them.
Any questions for the heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson?
Thanks.
Hold it, Mike. The young lady in the back, you almost got away.
Do you get bored at all with the conferences? You're a laid-back guy, kind of quiet. Does it bore you, or?
Well, you know, it's part of business, you know what I mean? And I'm sure, I don't know, but I'm sure that the news reporters and the publicity here, the media, must get some kind of kick out of this, you know, because this is their job. They must get some kind of kick out of it. So I'm sure, you know, they're doing their job and they're enjoying it. I want to get it on.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much.
Well, I don't know anything about rematch. You know, I'm champ of the world. I'll fight any man who wants to fight. But, like I said before, he put up a good fight, and he's been fighting professional for 7 years. He's been around with 35 fights. No one expected him to last that much, but I knew he was a good fighter.
Did he surprise you?
Well, no fighter surprises me. When they set their mind to last, they can last. But like I said, he took some good punches. Well, you know, being realistic, I'll fight anybody. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. That tells you enough.
Say about the 35-0, Mike. I mean,
The third title is no question that he's the undisputed champion. I said before, you guys didn't believe it. Jimmy said it, and even the fighter. Tony Tucker was a good fighter. He was 35-0. The man was a good fighter. Anything that Michael wasn't able to do was because of Tony Tucker's movement and his holding. But he was trying to fight, and then he would try to sneak punch once in a while. The question about Michael, every round he'd let a bomb go, so this guy knows that, you know, he's got the power still. But I have no major flaws for my fighter that I'm going to tell you. Undisputed. Good fight.
congratulations, Joe.
All right. Stay away.